No,
Oh.
come on.
All About Me podcast. Go on. You know me.
Let's start this actual podcast before we...
You do it. You do that. You do
Oh,
that.
I can't. I don't have a recording device. So how am I supposed to do it?
Karto, get him a recording device so he can start. That is the simplest solution I can think of this.
Hunter,
I should...
shut up.
I am a genius. Thank
I
you.
technically should get my own recording device, so that way I can record these little conversations.
Yes, you should.
Yeah, I should. Yeah, I should.
Eventually we should do that so we can record our sides of like a Let's Play. Good, do it.
We could have like...
And we better do it before Rooster Teeth does it, because they're going to steal my idea.
And you do realise I'm already recording, right?
Of course he is. I knew you were recording because I just knew it.
I didn't hear no boop.
Yeah, because you were talking over it.
We should do that though. We should have like a pre-show. Like we should just record our pre-show warm-ups and shit. And then we could just like have a show one time dedicated to them.
Somebody else should record that because it'll be.
Yeah.
Oh really? We should have like talked for like half an hour before the podcast and chose like the best bit of that pre-chat to put at the beginning.
Yeah,
or right at the end, maybe. But whatever.
Yeah.
But that would involve editing. Karto can't do it.
Let's get started with this.
Yeah.
Oh, right.
This is going to be a bit of a long
show.
show.
Do not know who we are already.
Shut up.
But they do. Everyone knows me.
Welcome everybody to the BlazeCast December 2012. Oh god, Christmas special, whatever.
It's the December 2012 thing.
Yeah, December 2012 BlazeCast, whatever. Oh, Hunter, I hate you.
But you haven't introduced me yet.
I know.
Well,
I just did.
Introduce me.
Welcome to the end of the world chat.
Yeah.
It's the end of the world.
This is Captain 1989 with Nretsew and Halo Hunter.
Yeah, and at the rate that Karto
I hear
releases-
Morse code in my head.
No, and at the rate that Karto releases his videos, it'll be after the end of the world when people actually get to hear the podcast.
Hey,
That's
I get
true,
I get
actually.
the
I
regular
think that will be true.
I get these regular podcasts up as quickly as I can.
You do actually. I will credit you for that. It's just everything else that.
Yeah.
And now the videos.
Well, as quickly as you can is still pretty delayed.
Hey, it's hard enough trying to get it up with my lousy internet.
And I know I could not do any better, but I am saying it's still a lot of delay there. I'm just saying.
If I had better internet, I would do it faster.
I'm not judging you.
And then there's the rest of the technical difficulties, like the fact that there's no blip videos anymore.
Yeah.
See, if I'm going to judge you on anything, I'm going to judge you on the quality of the podcast.
Ugh.
Okay, we should probably
Look,
tell people
let me-
about that
Yeah,
now,
let me just get everything out of the way.
Yeah.
Okay. So,
is this gonna be
shut up, Hunter!
Shut up.
For God's sake. Right. This is a Christmas podcast. We're going to be doing something a little bit later with our end of year awards. Zizi and Megan were meant to be here, but as you can probably guess, they haven't appeared. For reasons I don't know.
Megan.
The-
Is that the new person?
yes!
Alright.
It's the other new person, because we have so many new people.
But on the site, yes, something happened with WordPress recently. They updated the site, and it basically meant that the code I used to put blip videos in no longer works. So pretty much almost every single post on the site is dead. So for all of yesterday, I spent most of the day going through every post and updating it. So all of me and Hunter's videos, so all the main team stuff, that's up. But all Taco commentaries and Taco Nate's videos, they're all down. They haven't sent me the
And of
links
course,
yet.
because I use YouTube, I don't have this issue.
That's right, you laugh at that.
Oh yeah, I'm gonna suck up the glory.
Yeah, and then YouTube destroys your account.
Yep, exactly. Or I get
YouTube has that right.
That or I get hacked, one or the other.
Yeah, so I'm waiting for ZZ to send me all the links. And I've been trying to talk to Nate about it, but he hasn't really been replying to me. So I don't know what's going on there. I need to ask ZZ to talk to him. But yeah, so that's what's going on the site with the Neptunia LP, which is so very nearly at its end.
Woo!
There is 10 more parts to get uploaded.
Is not almost finished in my interpretation.
Holy shit. And then let me guess, Carlo, as soon as you finish uploading the last part, we're going to start Neptunia 2.
No. We're not going to be doing the second one until summer.
Yeah, I was going to say, because I mean, fuck.
Yeah.
It's been long enough.
But yeah, I'm trying desperately to get the last part up on Christmas Eve. So. Oh god, that
would be the viewer's Christmas present.
Yeah, that has been a major thorn in my side all year.
Unless the end of the world happens before Christmas, in which case
it won't matter.
It won't matter at all.
Yeah. Okay.
Even if you had uploaded them, it really wouldn't matter.
Yeah. Okay,
I hate to be so down on ourselves, but I can't believe we have that many viewers. But let's just continue on.
Yeah.
Let's live in hope.
Okay, so got 3 little bits of news before we get into the main subject.
Are any of them porn related?
Depends.
Please, for the love of Christ, make them be porn related. Because that would
make
it at least interesting.
Well,
it would be interesting for fuck's sake.
Okay, first one is a bit weird. Do you know? I'll probably guess this. Do any of you know of the Victoria's Secret fashion show?
Oh, this.
I know of it, of its
Yeah.
name, yeah.
Basically, what this is, this year, it's basically a regular fashion show, but Victoria's Secret's big.
Anime related, I can tell. Cosplay related.
Kind of, yeah.
Yeah. One
of the pieces of clothing being shown off was a plug suit based off Rey from Evangelion.
And let me say, the fanboys raged.
Yeah.
Let me say, it looked fabulous.
No, it was so funny just going through all the different, I just went everywhere, every news site I could go to, just reading the comments. It was so awesome.
Yeah, actually, I would. Oh, God.
No, it was so funny just watching the flames burn off the fanboys' rage. It was so awesome, especially because 90% of the pictures had Justin Bieber in them as well. Which
what?
You did? No shit. You haven't seen the pictures, have you?
I've always seen the ones of the actual costume at the show. That's it.
No, because there's another one where it's the costume, but Justin Bieber's singing in the background. He's actually there. During the costume, he's singing during the costumes run, and that's what made people get pissy.
Oh God! I didn't know about that.
That makes sense because I would have imagined they'd be ecstatic if they saw an anime fashion show. But,
I was wondering.
That does make sense why they were upset.
I swear to God, Kyle, you didn't notice that it was that Justin Bieber.
No, because I think it was because the images that I saw on Anime News Network, they had been cropped, so they just showed the costume.
Yeah, well, the ones on Crunchyroll weren't cropped. It was just a full image, and Justin Bieber is on stage singing as the people are doing their pageant thing, and it was so funny reading the comments of that. It was fucking.
Yeah.
Well, I want to make up 2 points for that idea, right? First of all, fuck you, Justin Bieber. Second of all, Justin Bieber is a singer and has nothing to do with fashion whatsoever. Well, maybe put up a few products of his own, but fuck you.
That's true. Anyway, there's also been a little bit of talk of possibly some suing.
Yes, that's the thing, because apparently Gainax had no idea that they were doing this.
You got sued.
Yeah, so Victoria's Secret ripped off Rey's plug suit.
And they thought they were going to get away with it.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, they wouldn't get away with it either way, because even if Gainax doesn't do anything, the fanboys will.
Yeah.
I mean, fuck. Victoria's Secret just lost a shit ton of fans.
Because let's face it, the fashion community is pretty much all girls and, well, gay guys. And the anime community is nothing but pretty nerdy guys and a few lesbian girls. So, those two people would never interact.
Oh, God.
Oh, God.
Oh, come on. If women are just watching Yami all day long, what do you expect? I hope I pronounced that. I think I am.
Yummy.
I think he means Yuri.
Yeah, I was going to say Yuri.
Alright, if I didn't pronounce it, whatever. Go on.
Anyway, yeah, so apparently I would love to see Victoria's Secret get sued just because it would be awesome. Because it would be like a big win for the anime community if they sued and won. Because it would be like it would teach the normal people that you don't fuck with the anime community.
And it'd be the financial opportunity they've been waiting for to actually fund their own industry.
Yeah, exactly.
Which would work out for multiple reasons, really.
Because let's face it, Victoria's Secret is fucking rich. So
I just say this: why can't we have an anime version of Victoria's Secret?
And the third victory, it does actually attract attention to more anime.
The anime version of Victoria's Secret, Karto, is probably a hentai. So
true.
That would be great if they just did an anime of Victoria's Secret just to get their own back, and they made them look all stupid.
Yeah.
Although I don't want them going into like French stereotypes or something like that. That would be wrong.
Okay, so let's move on from that before it gets really weird.
More racist than weird.
There was something recently about 3 big 3DS games possibly coming to Europe.
They were the size of giants.
All of them involving Capcom.
What?
Ace Attorney 5, Professor Layton X Phoenix Wright, and Project X Zone are all rumoured to be coming to Europe, but not US.
Oh, burns! Easy and Preston, burn.
It's rainfall all over again.
Here's the thing,
they got Rocket Ralph before us. I think we deserve it.
Rocket Ralph.
You know I can't pronounce that.
I think that's the sequel.
That was just wrong. I'm sorry. Rocket Ralph. Jesus Christ.
What the hell is Crow?
Okay.
You're not making any sense.
Anyway, back to the story. Yeah, well, here's the thing. If it comes out in, like, Britain, it generally is guaranteed to come out in New Zealand. But it will come out in Australia first, you see.
Yeah.
Like, it will be in Australia.
I mean, it's just a rumour right now. There's no actual confirmation, because some people were saying it's fake and everything. So,
well, yeah, if it's released on the internet, there's always the conspiracy that yes, it's
yeah.
going to be fake.
So we still need concrete information, but they have been saying that at least Project X Zone is they do actually want to try and get that released outside of Japan. So that could actually be true. The others maybe not so certain. Because I mean, let's face it, it is Capcom we're talking about here.
They are allergic to money.
Yep. Well, unless it involves Street Fighter.
How come the gaming and anime industry are the only businesses that are allergic to money? They bring too much joy to the common folk. Stupid people.
So anyway, moving on.
Yeah, last bit of news. Like I say, keeping it short. The Wii U is out.
And does anyone here give a shit?
No.
Because I'm not that fucking rich to be able to afford one, so I don't care.
Yeah, I mean, I was tempted by. I mean, I'm interested in the Wii U, but I'm not gonna get it until some more games come out.
Yeah, that's kind of my standpoint.
It's pretty much the same as that.
Now, the standpoint with me and the Wii U is that I don't care if your console has an iPad built into the fucking controller, if it's $560, I'm not going to buy it.
This is going to be the same as the PS3 when that came out. Jeez.
Yeah,
Not really, because apparently the Wii U's actually been selling quite well.
But the thing is,
it was depends on the money angle from it. But if you're right about that, I will take that statement.
It's just the thing in New Zealand, prices are so like bloated for some fucking reason. I don't know. It's to do with how the currency exchanges.
I think over here the Wii U is around. I think it's around the same price as what the 360 was when it first launched.
Yeah. Well, I can tell you right now, the 360 was
probably be
the 360 was not $560 something goddamn dollars when it came out in New Zealand. I can guarantee you that. I know it was somewhere around 500, but it was not 560. Like fucking hell.
It would literally be cheaper for you to export it from another country.
It technically is. Like even with export costs, like I'll probably save like $10. Like it would be like a small.
Wow.
Oh shit, it probably would, because the thing is, I mean, I could buy it for like $50 cheaper, but then I have to spend $40 to get it shipped here, which is the problem.
Have you
shipping was so shitty.
Have you been hearing about like all the update problems?
Oh, that's that. Then again, they did apologize for that.
Yeah.
So fair enough.
But Jesus Christ, waiting over an hour.
Yeah, but look, it's been first released, and like I can understand, because like there will probably be things that they might have missed.
Yeah.
Or maybe it's just.
I know it's just the fact that people are having to wait over an hour, and then I think sometimes it even caused the console to break.
Well, for starters, you can be fucking patient, because I mean, back when the days of dial-up, I had to wait fucking 30 minutes for a YouTube video to load.
Yeah.
So you can be fucking patient.
I know that. It's just really.
If it breaks the console, then that's just, you can just get the money refunded anyway.
I've heard of a console breaking as soon as you buy it. Well,
yeah.
From the Jaguar or whatever.
Like I said, the thing is, if it breaks, you can either get a refund or get another console to it'll be under warranty. So like, there's no.
Oh, yeah.
Well, yeah. It's just the fact that really these sort of things should have been sorted out before the console's release.
That is true, but of course you also have to.
Suspicious though, wouldn't it? If they said no, this console doesn't come with a warranty. You're like, oh, well, then you're right. Like, you bastards.
I would be like, fuck that, it didn't come with a warranty. But
would you be really suspicious?
At the end of the day, these things happen, and
the
update was probably something that they would have like gotten to the point where they released the console. They would have been like, holy fucking shit, we forgot to put this 1 gigabyte patch in. Like it would have been something like that. Like,
I mean, there's been loads of
device in it.
Yeah, there's been loads of other stories about the Wii U's problems. I mean, that's kind of one of the main reasons why I'm holding back from getting one right now, just to see how things go. Then probably get one when it's cheaper. There's more games, and they're probably fixed a lot of these problems.
That's what I mean. That's my standpoint. Is that it is interesting. It is. I mean, from what I've seen, it looks fucking amazing. But until your console is not $560, I'm not going to buy it.
Yeah.
Especially when I could get because I mean the highest you can get is like 12 gigs, right? So. Especially when I could get like a 250 gig Xbox for under fucking $450. Like I mean it's cheaper for me to do that than just buy a Wii U.
Well, it's the same with everything in life. They expect you to pay more for less every single time. They just slowly offer less.
And I'll just say this about the Wii U: it's still more worth it than a Vita.
Probably, yeah.
The Vita's been out. The Vita has been out for how long now, and there's still no games that I want for it.
Has Project Eva come out yet? Yes or no?
The Vita version, yes. Yeah. That's actually the thing. The Vita version of Project Eva S is out, but the PS3 version comes out in March, and it's got like 6 extra songs and all the costumes. And
there you go.
Yeah, it's
talk about making the best game for your console and then completely outmoding it in like the space of 2 seconds.
I know.
I'm just serious about the fact that if Karto, the ultimate consumer, doesn't buy your product, That's a
Yeah.
you have virtually everything.
I mean, well, I think when Persona 4 Golden comes out over here, I will be getting it, but I'm still probably not gonna get a Vita to play it on. That's the thing. I'll get the game, but not the console.
The thing is, I actually have had hands-on with the Vita, because my friend, who's like, let's just say, and I don't want to be racist, he's the tech-savvy Asian of the class.
Oh god.
Well, no joke. He's got everything. He's got a Windows 8 laptop, he's got a PlayStation Vita, he brings Xbox 360s into school to fix them. He's the tech-savvy Asian. Like, no shit. And he even admits to it, too. He's like, yeah, I'm a tech-savvy Asian. But no, he brought in his Vita, and he actually showed me one thing that bugs the shit out of him, is you know how in the main menu has those, like, circles?
I think so, yeah.
Main menu, yeah. Well, he actually showed me those things look horrible. Like, the anti-aliasing on those things is so bad. They look like fucking Minecraft circles. Like, I'm not even joking. Like, they look so bad. It's not even funny. And I was like, dude, how can they... Like, everything else looks like HD and shit, except these circles. And he says it bugs the shit out of him. And I'm just like, dude, like, it's been how long and they can't even perfect the fucking circle? Like, Jesus Christ. You can't even defeat a circle. And that just goes to show how shitty the Vita is, because they can't perfect circles.
There will be clearly no Halo title for that.
Yeah, it won't be called Halo, it'll be called Block Ring.
It just reminds me of that really funny comic I saw one time. It was God versus Nash. And basically it was, God creates pigs. I can do that too. It's like a Minecraft thing. God creates landscapes. I can do that too. God creates circles. Shit. Like, it was like the funniest comic I've read like in that entire week. It cracked me up so much.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Yeah, I also just have to laugh because PlayStation All Stars came out recently as well.
And like I said, who cares?
Yeah, nobody cares. The game has been getting...
There's like so much advertising for it, and yet I just don't fucking care.
Nobody cares.
I couldn't care, yes.
I just love the fact that that's it. That's just the thing. Nobody cares, and even though people are saying it's mediocre at best, you know, people are going, yeah, it's not that bad, but it's, yeah, that's the thing. That's the thing people have about it. It's still clearly trying to be Smash Brothers.
What's like Smash Brothers? I must buy it. I must buy it now.
Yeah.
But
well, then again, Smash Brothers Wii U is going to be fucking interesting, isn't it?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Well, I just love the fact that
that's a good point. I forgot about that.
Yeah, because what I'm just trying to say is because Sonic All Stars Racing Transformed also came out recently.
I haven't been keeping track of that because I really... Not that I don't care, it's just that since I'm not going to have a console that can really... I mean, other than PC, but I don't know if it's worth me getting it.
Well, Transformed has been getting a lot of attention. Because...
Wow.
Well, it's actually really good for a kart racer.
Well, that's good, at least. I mean, Sonic needs good games, let's face it.
Yeah.
Every time I hear kart racer, I always think like mining carts for some reason.
Yeah.
I don't know
I'd
why.
love to see what go-karts look in your world then.
That would look... It would look like the first 3D game kind of graphics, but it would be like Banjo Kazooie.
Yeah. So, Nretsew, did you know that Team Fortress 2 characters are in All-Star Racing?
Wait, what?
I don't even know what...
Yeah.
Wait, what? What the
Yeah,
fuck?
if you get the PC version of All-Star Racing Transformed, I think it's Spy... I think it's Spy, Heavy, and Scout. They share a vehicle.
Yeah, I'm sure you won't be surprised, but I've never really seen either game.
Holy shit, fuck balls! I have to either like see footage of this shit or actually, because I play Team Fortress 2. I haven't played it recently, but I do play it.
Yeah.
Holy
shit!
I
know what game Team Fortress 2 is. It's the one that comes with the orange box collection, or whatever it's called. I've never played it, so each class is like a character.
It's a much better game on PC. That's where it really lives.
Is it?
Yeah.
It's good. It's very it's a good first person.
And considering it's free on Steam, it's like you might as well just get it.
Yeah. It's a good it's something that's good to like take your mind off things. You can just go into.
I really would appreciate that game because I like the idea of picking classes.
Yeah.
The reason I like it so much is because it's in terms of first person shooters, it's better than Call of Duty because it's just not as serious.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, you've still got people who take it seriously, but it's obvious the game is not like, holy shit.
Yeah.
Get out, boob shit. Like it's fun for everyone, you know. It's just a good first person shooter, and I like it.
And see, that's why when I found out about them being in All Star Racing, I didn't complain because it's like they suit the game somehow.
They do.
They fit in.
Are they going to be separate characters?
No, they're all one. They just like jump whenever the vehicle transforms, a different character jumps in.
Oh, wow, that's actually pretty cool. I'm gonna have to like look into that because that sounds freaking awesome.
And I'll say this: the character Ages in Race Transformed is awesome.
Nice.
He's a Daytona Hornet in car mode. He's an afterburner plane when he goes airplane mode, and for the boat, he turns into a Dreamcast controller.
Oh, that's awesome.
And his actual driver model is a Dreamcast VMU.
Oh, that's awesome.
I'm like, oh, that's so sweet.
That's awesome.
Yeah,
Joy to the world.
Yeah, Race Transformed is a lot better than you'd think it would be.
Yeah, it sounds good. Just despite the whole NASCAR bullshit.
Yeah, that was stupid.
Though it does give
That was stupid.
It gives everybody a reason to beat someone. Because whenever you see Danica Patrick in your race, you've got to beat her. You can't let her win.
Yeah. You can't, no. It's just, wow.
Losing to her is a true embarrassment. Anyone else, including Ralph, you don't really mind. Danica Patrick, you have to beat.
You have to beat the shit out of her.
He's the real villain.
Of course.
Oh, God.
But yeah.
You were just still on all the time and was like, no, don't really know what the hell you're talking about.
You're going really quiet again.
Oh!
For those who don't know, during the pre-show, which we didn't record, we've been having audio problems with Hunter. He's been getting like really quiet.
I'm just drunk.
Okay, so well, that's might as well get that out of the way. So,
in terms of news, I don't think there's much else except maybe the release of Mass Effect Omega, the free-to-play model of Star Wars: The Old Republic, and Dawn Guard is fucking awesome. That's about it.
Okay, so now we are moving on to the main. That was better. The main part of this podcast.
Oh,
it sounded like masturbation from Nretsew.
He was that excited.
I'm trying to do a drum roll on my knee. Hang on, just move my keyboard.
Wow, how big did it
There we go.
It is now time for the Otaku Blaze Awards 2012.
Woo!
So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We have 7 awards to give out,
Ish.
and Hunter's not going to enjoy these.
I am totally unprepared as always.
And that's the thing. Zizi and Megan both had their contributions as well, but they're not here.
I have an idea. You go first, and I will just copy your choices.
I reckon it should probably just go, Karto,
Yeah.
me, then Hunter.
Best to do it that way.
That's, in terms of who's probably properly prepared, I mean, I've got my list here, but I'm still not, 100% certain on some of my choices, so...
Yeah, okay. Give you a better idea, so... Okay, so we're going to start things off with the best game of this year. This is a game that has to have been released in the respected person's country this year. So you can't just have any random game that you enjoyed playing. It has to be. It has to be all ages.
Anyway.
Okay. My game of the year is The Last Story on the Wii.
Good choice, actually. That's a good choice.
Yes, which was actually bringing it into a bit of news recently. It was actually just said that it was in America. It was Xseed's best-selling game.
Yes, I heard about that on a guy's thing. Yes, personally, the thing with Last Story and me is I've seen the game a lot now. Actually, in terms of all the Rainfall games, it's actually the Rainfall game that I see the most.
Yeah.
In actual order of Rainfall games that I see the most in stores in New Zealand, well, in the 2 stores that I actually sell decent games, it goes Last Story, Pandora's Tower, Xenoblade. That's the 3 that in that order. That's how I see them. And
yeah,
so
that's pretty much the same over here.
The thing is, Xenoblade's the one I want to play the most. It's the one.
Xenoblade was the one everybody was talking about when it was first, it was on its way. Everybody was very excited about it. But you can barely find a copy of it anywhere now. The Last Story in Pandora's Tower you can find everywhere.
Yeah, they're literally fucking everywhere. But the thing is, they are expensive though. Which is
they're not that expensive over here. But
you have to remember, in New Zealand, everything costs $99.
Yeah.
So.
Well, anyway, the main reason I chose this is basically because, well, a lot of the games that are released this year have been, while there has been a lot of great games, there's been usually one big thing about them that I just didn't like. And really, I probably might have put Mass Effect 3 on it if it hadn't been for all the whole debacle about the ending.
Yeah, just to confer to my list, Mass Effect 3 is written down here as, because I've got 2 games here. Mass Effect 3 is there, but the thing with Mass Effect 3 is that I believe that it has, if the ending, I mean, I'm not going to hold the ending accountable for because the game itself is fucking good.
Yeah.
It's a good game up until the ending. But the thing is, even if the ending hadn't have been like that, it probably still would have been Game of the Year, possibly for me. But because this other game came out, and I got this other game because everyone was talking about this other game, and then playing this game, I find this game to be better than Mass Effect 3.
Yeah.
And
well, let me just finish this. Because the main reason I was picking it, I loved the combat system in the Last Story. It just felt, because there was no random battles, it just starts. And just finding out what abilities work with what and how they affect the fight is actually quite clever. The story, I like the idea that it's split into chapters, so you're just going little bit by bit. And really, I just prefer the fact it was just one of the best RPGs I played this year. Xenoblade was good, but my god, you have to grind. Yeah, one of the biggest problems I have with RPGs as a whole is grinding.
That seems to be most people's complaints with Xenoblade.
Yeah.
It does have a very arduous grind.
Yeah,
but then again, if the combat system is fun enough to play, I guess you can...
Yeah, I mean, like I said, Xenoblade's all well and good, but considering the fact you don't really feel like you have much control when the fights start. So it's just...
a difference to you than for grinding and leveling up traditionally in an RPG? Are they both the same to you?
Pardon?
Is grinding for you the same thing as a normal leveling up progress in an RPG? It's the story side of it, gaming side of it, or is it pretty much the same to you?
I'm not really certain what you're getting at, because I mean, with the Last Story, you feel like the characters level up at a good enough progress. So as you go through the main game, you'll level up easily. You won't really have to do any of the side quests. They're there if you want to do them, but you don't really feel like you have to, and that's what I kind of like.
And that's what a side quest should be. It should be just something that tails you off. It's not a mandatory thing to do. Oh, I should do a side quest just so I can get some XP.
Yeah, because one of the biggest things I hate is when a game's trying to tell this big story, then it just grinds to a halt because you're not strong enough.
Yeah.
I hate that. Yeah. And that's what you don't get in the last story. I never felt that. I could just easily progress through the game, no problem whatsoever. And I just got really into it.
I will say, and I'm going to get into that in a minute, Guild Wars 2 does have that problem.
So that's my pick, that's my say.
Yeah. Anyway, to me, like I said, Mass Effect 3 it was a big contender, especially when I got it. Because, I mean, I've got fond memories of Mass Effect 3 because I got my copy a day early. And God knows how the fuck that happened. Because I pre-ordered my copy of the Collector's Edition, and for somehow, in reason, it came exactly 24 hours earlier than it should have. And because EA is fucking stingy, you can't activate the game unless before the release date, unless you have like a reviewer's copy. And I'm like, you bastards. So I stayed up till 12 o'clock at night to fucking... no shit, I stayed up until 12 o'clock, 12 a.m., 24 hours after, like... no shit, and then I played that game till like 7 in the morning, and then I slept for like 1 hour, and then I got right back to it. So I've got I've got good memories from Mass Effect 3, even if the ending was bad. But like I said, is like until this game here is just generally to me a better game, and that is actually Guild Wars 2. Because Guild Wars 2, not only from a gameplay standpoint, but a business model standpoint is also fucking amazing. Because the thing is, it's not technically a new MMO, and it doesn't actually bring anything new to the table. It just enhances what's already been there. I mean, most of the stuff, because I mean, you've still got your boxes where you click the attack and you do the attack. You've got one attack that you can have autoed. And, I mean, the switching weapons thing is not too revolutionary. And, of course, the dodge roll is not too revolutionary. But the thing is, when you put all these things together, you just get a really well-rounded game with a really good combat system. And it's fun to play. Although there are some times where it can get a little bit hard, depending on what class you're playing. But then again, sometimes that's mostly just you're not playing the class right. Because the first class I played was... I think they're called Mesmers, and they're kind of like they're like a mage, but they use illusion. Like you can summon clones of yourself, and you can like dart all around the battlefield, hitting things or sort. Like the general consensus is that they're duelists, and you're supposed to be using them like a dueling type of character. But the thing is, it's actually harder than it sounds, and I had quite a lot of trouble with it. But of course, because you've got I think it's 5 character slots, you can roll different characters. And now I think I've got a ranger, a necromancer, an engineer, and I think there was another one, but I can't remember what it was. And of course, it has its faults, and one of the main faults is, like you were saying, grinding, is that the story quests are so far apart. Which is a problem, especially since it doesn't have a traditional questing system. With quests, you just walk in on the quest, you do the quest, you go to the... And you don't even need to go back to the quest giver, you just get the stuff.
Yeah.
You're just given the quest randomly throughout the world, which is... It's good, especially because you don't need to dart back and forth around the map. You can just do everything in like a sequence. But the problem with it is that you don't have necessary structure to get to the levels you need to go to, because sometimes you are going to have to grind a little, especially when you complete a story quest at level 15 and then the next story quest it's recommended level 20. You'll have that happen to you once or twice, and it can get kind of frustrating. So there's a lot of gap between the story quests, which is a shame, because the story is also really, really good. The stories for each class, unless you for each race is slightly similar, and there are there are differences in terms of class and whatnot, but they're generally the same story, which isn't bad. Like I said, it's a really, really good game, and from most aspects, it's great. And in contrast to Mass Effect 3, where, I mean, the game's great, but then you've got the ending, you've got the fact that it doesn't really revolutionise anything, and there's a whole heap of other problems with Mass Effect 3 that kind of put it... I mean, it's a close race, I'm going to say that much. It was really close, but I just thought, in terms of games that I played this year, because most games I played this year were actually games not released this year, Mass Effect... I mean, Guild Wars 2 was just the best that I've played.
I can understand that.
And like I said, in terms of the business model as well, I mean, it's not a subscription MMO. You don't need to drop a dime on it other than the first time you buy it. And if you don't want to play it, you just... Yeah, and if you don't want to play it, you just don't play it.
Yeah.
It's as simple as that. If you don't want to play the game, you don't feel obligated to play it because, I've got a month left on the subscription. I might as well get what I paid for. Because I've got a month left on the subscription. And that's what the problem I had with the Old Republic. It was like, I really have gotten sick of this game. Can I just not, take a break? But I can't take a break because then I'm wasting money, technically.
Okay.
So, in terms of everything, I just feel Guild Wars 2 is just probably the best game of this year. And I recommend everyone should go
if you're an MMO player, go get the game.
Yeah. Especially if you're looking for something different.
Yeah.
Because it is definitely something different than most MMOs.
Okay,
so anyway, Hunter!
Yeah, Hunter, do you have one, or...?
Well, the only new game I could say is Halo 4, but if Mass Effect 3 is included, I mean, hell, I'd vote for that one over Halo 4, so...
Well, of course, I would...
And you've pretty much said everything about that already.
Yeah.
I don't agree with absolutely everything. I mean, there were other problems like the limited character selection. Besides the ending, there were some problems. But nonetheless, it's still better. It's still good. That would be my pick, I guess. You know me, I don't get new games just given to me out of fate. So that's
all right then.
Okay.
So moving on to the next category.
I'm glad I actually had something.
Moving on to the next category.
Yep. Next up, we are going to be doing worst game of the year.
Okay, let me go first because this is the one that's not applicable. Because I've played so few games this year that are actually from this year that I actually don't have a worst game, which is the thing. Because I was talking about this earlier, it's because all the games I've played this year that have been released this year, like Mass Effect 3, Guild Wars 2, I think there's a few other small games that I have got that I can't even remember off the top of my head. They've all got problems, but they're not bad games.
Yeah.
Which is the problem with this, which I had with deciding this. It's just there's always a good redeeming aspect. I haven't played a game this year where I've just gone, this game is fucking horrible. I can't play this anymore. I'm leaving. I just haven't encountered that this year.
Yeah.
So, for me, I just to get it out of the way, I don't have a game. So, moving on to Karto.
Yeah, well, kind of going on the same sort of things that Nretsew points out. I don't have a worse game either, but there is one which I'm more disappointed with. And that's kind of what I'm sort of saying is going to be my worst game. So it was a game which I was kind of excited for, but ultimately didn't deliver as much as I'd hoped. So that's really as best I can say it. It's not a bad game, you can still get tons of enjoyment out of it, but there's a few things which bug me. And that's actually Sonic Adventure 2 HD.
Oh, this I want to hear. I want to hear right here.
And some people are probably going to say that it's cheating for me, but I just feel Sega really half-assed this. Because, I mean, with everybody complained when Sonic Adventure 1 was given a HD release. Because all they basically did was slap on the HD filter and release it.
Pretty much,
yeah.
I've got that.
With SA2, they've done more.
Easy game making 101.
You know, it's like with SA2 they've done better, but they're still kind of lazy. Like, not all the in-game cutscenes are in widescreen.
Yeah, that would be too much.
Yeah, so it's really
Really?
it's really inconsistent. Like the first cutscene of the Dark story is in 4:3. And apparently the only thing that I've heard that explains this is because certain effects couldn't be stretched into widescreen.
That sounds like a fair enough excuse, to be honest with you.
Yeah,
Like,
but
that does
still,
sound
it
fair.
still is the fact that
Other than redoing the entire cutscene,
I know, but it's the fact that some of them would simply like flame effects. So you're going, well, couldn't they have easily, switched that with some better ones?
that is true.
There are some things that they could easily have just switched out. Some things like Gerald's diary, that I can understand. Because that's actually very special and unique. A lot of the other stuff, and I think in certain cutscenes, they don't really have any sort of effect. So I don't really know why they were still kept in 4:3. Also, they didn't fix any of the problems people had with the other re-release. Like, the audio is still all over the place. So like the music will constantly drown out the character dialogue. And again, you would think they would have gone into the game and fixed that. The lighting is still an issue, where like the characters' power-ups in the cutscenes won't be lit up. They're not affected by like shading and stuff like that. I'm like, why? And it's quite clear that they could actually go into the game and change stuff because they added Big's cameos. So you can't say, oh, they couldn't actually get into the game and fix these sort of things. Bullshit. They were able to add Big back in.
True.
To begin with.
That is true. Of course, I haven't actually got it yet. I think I might wait till it's on sale before I get it for PC. Because I've got Adventure 1. I haven't actually completed Adventure 1 on my PC yet, but that's because of other reasons. And my main actual problem with it is that the fucking config does not work.
Yeah. And also, something
No, hang on. I want to have a rage about this. You go to like the Steam library, right?
Yeah.
And someone might correct me on this, because I go to like Sonic Adventure DX on my thing. You go play, and then you go config and stuff, and you change settings, but it doesn't fucking do anything when you load up the game. You go save the settings, and it doesn't fucking do anything. And it's like, what the fuck? All I want to do is just turn the volume down a little.
Yeah.
And it just won't do it.
Well,
so correct me if I'm wrong, and if it's just like I'm doing something wrong or anything. But it just pisses me right the fuck off.
Yeah,
I can't change it.
I just get the feeling that Sega, when it comes to HD re-releases, are kind of lazy.
Yeah.
They
Especially when it's PC version.
Yeah, they do some things, but not as much as you'd hope. Because again, one thing that I was kind of hoping that they would do, and it's the main reason why I got SA2 on my 360, was I was hoping that they would connect SA1 and SA2 together via the Chow Gardens. So you could transfer Chow in between them. They didn't do that.
That would be pretty cool.
They did it on the GameCube. They did it on the Dreamcast, they did it on the GameCube. Why can't we do it in HD versions?
Because they're lazy.
Yeah.
That's my only thing. But yeah, like I said, I haven't played it, so I wouldn't know. But
yeah,
from what I gather from the
it's more or less the same thing as SA2 Battle, except it's just a bit of a lazy port.
And of course, you can also get the Battle DLC, can't you?
Yeah.
Which is interesting.
And that's the thing. Which
actually makes you think. That actually makes you think. Why the fuck don't you just make it Adventure 2 Battle?
Because they want your money.
True.
But that's the thing that I get is the fact that when Sega ported SA1 and SA2 to the GameCube, they added stuff. They added a ton of stuff.
Who knows? Maybe in future updates, they might actually do shit.
As if.
I don't know. It's like, as if, yeah.
Yeah.
Let's move on.
Yeah.
I don't think Hunter's going to have one.
No,
Unless he does.
No.
Okay then.
Okay. Well,
You said you had like 6 of those or something.
We're not done yet.
okay, so next up we are going to be doing a bit of a weird one. Best company.
Yeah.
Now, this one is basically, we can give it to any company, and I do mean any. Like, for example, we could give it to Heinz for making the best tomato sauce. As long as they've done something this year that impressed us. That's the only thing they need to do.
Alright.
And for me, I have given mine to NIS America.
That seems fair enough, because they've done quite good this year.
Yeah, they for me, this year I have been just becoming a fan of their releases. Almost everything they have released, I have ended up buying. Like for me, I got into Nretsew, got into Mugen Souls, Bleach Soul Resurrection, the Altaria games, and Disgaea, of course. Just game after game after game really drew my interest. So they've done a lot better than certain other companies. Manga! I'm still not forgiving them. So yeah, that's my company.
As a joke, EA, because they managed to fuck up my expectations every single year. Because they managed to make
remain pretty consistent.
Yeah, they managed to make me think less of them every single year, just because they fuck up so much. No. Seriously.
Can't disappoint you.
Seriously, my favourite company has to be, on my list I've got them as the makers of Guild Wars 2, but it's actually ArenaNet and NCSoft. Or is it NCSoft? It's something like that.
I think it's NCSoft.
Yeah, NCSoft. The guys who make Guild Wars 2, because, mostly because of their business model.
Yeah.
Which I've already talked about, which is the non-subscription, pay once, play the game model, which has really impressed me.
Yeah.
That's pretty much it.
Hunter, do you have one?
But you said I could pick anything for any reason?
Yeah. As long as they've done something this year that impresses you.
Lots of burgers. There you go.
Can barely hear you.
I said McDonald's for giving me lots of unhealthy burgers.
You pick McDonald's. Okay.
Fair enough.
So, like I say, it's all fair game. Oh god. Okay,
Anyway.
this is going to be a really weird one next.
That wasn't
We are now going to be doing the most memorable moment of 2012.
Oh, yeah. Here we go.
This is
Is it in gaming or in general?
in general.
Oh, I'm still going to pick my gaming one for that.
Yeah, like I say, it can be anything. For me, I've broken kind of away from the usual thing. And for me, nothing, and I know Hunter's going to bitch at me for this. My most memorable moment is actually seeing the Olympic flame pass through my hometown.
Yes, I will bitch at you for that.
That's an okay moment.
Yeah, I do have a reason.
Yeah,
No,
you'll be proud
well,
in your country.
yeah. It's not exactly I'm proud of my country. I'm more proud of this boring ass town from actually doing something.
It was on the way through the town.
Yes, I know, and that's what I mean. Because usually, I mean, we didn't even celebrate. No, Hunter, we didn't even celebrate the Queen's Jubilee here.
Good.
But when it came to the Olympics, I saw hundreds of people packing the streets to see this flame. I was going, wow, this is the first time in my life I've seen a town excited for something. That's why it's so memorable for me, because I finally got to see my town actually coming together for something.
Really? I never even heard of it.
Of course you wouldn't. You have no interest in that sort of stuff.
I have no one to tell me.
But yeah, just seeing hundreds of people in the street was just amazing.
Oh, good for you.
Anyway, my moment. You might rage at me for this, but it's so I can't play H Mindfuck. From our own podcast. You should actually find the clip and play it. Just my rage at that, because at that moment it was like, have you seen that meme from this, the Supernatural show with this? I think it's Dean, and he's just like, what? That was me. It was fucking. And then after that, it was just unrelenting rage because the fucking guy. It was rage, amazement, and just there was like so many emotions going on at once. It was just like compiled into one massive ball of what the fuck. Because it was just like, Jesus Christ, man. And then, of course, the tone shift after the what the fuck moment. And it's like, Jesus Christ, show. Stop trying to... Jesus, you're supposed to be a fucking itchy. Why the fuck, man? Just show me the tits and be done with it. You don't need to be fucking complex. Well, then again, I would like it if you were complex, but not like this. This is the wrong kind of complex, for fuck's sake.
You maniac! You fucked it up!
Jesus Christ. I mean, and you can tell it's such a memorable moment, because even now I'm still getting worked up by it. Because it's just, Jesus Christ.
Well, honestly,
no, seriously.
If I hadn't picked the Olympic torch for my moment, it probably would have been me finding out that Black Rock Shooter won't be released here in the UK.
Oh, yeah.
That was my rage moment.
I remember that. That was like the greatest Skype chat ever. It was just you going, what? No! Fuck! And I was just like, and I get it down here. Yeah.
I got the OVA, fuck you.
Fair enough. That is fair. Especially since the DVD's like $40 like, Jesus Christ. To be perfectly honest, for $40 I could get like one of the collections of Fullmetal Alchemist, and I would actually technically rather buy that.
Yeah,
because at least then that's something I could at least like show my family.
Yeah.
Because like, Black Rock Shooter. That would be the greatest family night out ever.
Okay, Hunter, do you have a memorable moment from this year?
If you're going to mention the Olympics, which is a rather unorthodox one, you may as well mention like a personal sort of one. Like, basically, I watched this web series called Spirit Science. I'm really looking into this, and it's really like I'm really trying to get into this sort of new age sort of wisdom and shit. So yeah. So I'm growing. Good for me. I'm trying to change. And it's all about like spirituality. And for me, I'm like, oh, spirituality, that's obviously religion. And religion is bullshit. It's all about like personal enrichment and shit like that. And yeah, I'm trying to look.
So it was discovering, what was it?
Spirit science.
Spirit science.
Yeah. Fair enough.
Put that down. Okay.
Like any of that shit's gonna matter when the world ends. Just saying. I'm just joking.
They do mention stuff like that. It's part of it. Please.
Okay.
Don't worry.
Alright.
I'm
just trying to update this.
Have you got like a dildo in your mouth?
No, I'm eating a candy cane.
Oh,
why the fuck are you eating candy cane during a podcast?
It's December 1st. I'm getting in the Christmas mood.
I I should just go downstairs, make myself a fucking, like, toasty, come back up here, and then we can continue the podcast. if you're going to do that.
I'm playing a game right now. So, yeah.
Ooh, what you playing?
I'm playing Birth of Federation. You probably haven't heard of it.
Yeah, I'm such a hipster, you probably haven't heard of it.
No, it's a pretty,
Okay.
It's a pretty rare game.
We are now doing personal favorite anime.
This isn't interesting.
Yes, this could be the maximum of 5 anime that has been released this year, either in dub or sub.
No.
As long as it was released this year, that we have personally enjoyed. It's not our anime of the year. It's just the shows that we've really enjoyed.
Yes, okay.
So should I go first or?
Yes, you shall. Because you didn't state when you originally told me the thing that I had 5.
Oh,
so
well,
I've
I
only
did.
got 1. No, you didn't, because I copied and pasted your Skype thing where you listed all of the different categories, and in nowhere did you say that I had 5.
Oh.
So I've only got 1. So now I've got to pull 4 fucking animes out.
You
of
don't
my
need to.
ass.
You didn't need to have 5.
I know, but I'm still going to try and pull 4 out of my ass. It's going to be painful, but.
Okay.
Sure.
I could imagine that. Arse will be painful. Yeah, I can imagine that.
Okay, at number 5, I have put Hyoka, the mystery series that I reviewed just in the last. I believe it was in the last season review. I talked about it. Very good Kyoto Animations series. Again, doubtful it will get a dub, but if you enjoy mysteries, give it a watch.
Who enjoys mysteries?
Yeah. Number 4, Black Rock Shooter.
Ooh. It's in personal favourite and not anime of the year. This is intriguing.
Yeah. Well, you don't know what you don't. Only I know what has been chosen for anime of the year. So.
I know, but the plot thickens.
Well, anime of the year is Unified. It's what we all put together.
You keep not telling me these things.
I did tell you.
What the fuck you?
Personal favorite anime is pretty much our personal anime of the year.
Anyway, let's continue.
Yeah. Number 3 is the only dub on my list. Madoka Magica.
Good choice.
Yeah, it got released this year, so it counts.
I like
Yeah,
that.
there's it.
Number 2, Fate Zero. Just
Another.
awesome.
That's 8-0.
Yeah. And number 1, if you probably could see this coming really, Persona 4 the animation.
Mm-hmm.
That's actually getting its first dubbed release over here on Christmas Eve.
Well, isn't that just a great present?
Yeah. Well, it won't be coming probably until around New Year's, but I've got it pre-ordered. But since it was released this year, yes, it counts. Haha.
Alright, well. Mine's going to be interesting. Because I have to pull these out of my ass. High School DxD for 1, because it's what So I Can
Well, is that-
Play
is
should
that-
have been.
Wait, is High School DxD is your absolute number 1, or is it bottom of the
No,
list?
I'm going backwards, like you did.
Wait, I didn't go backwards. I went up.
Fuck you.
Hyoka number 5.
I'm gonna go in whatever fucking way I want.
Hey, I'm trying to write these down. Come on.
Why are you trying to... Okay, that's a screw. So DxD, and that's mostly just because it's what So I Can Play It should have been. Which is just nothing but brainless shit. Oh, now I have to think, because I don't know if I'll have these in order. I'm just going to shout them. Black Rock Shooter, obviously. Another, because that was released this year and I did quite enjoy that. Karto Connect, even though it hasn't finished, but it was released this year, so that counts.
Yeah.
What else did I watch this year that I thought was pretty good? I will say, even though it's really recent, I will say I'm quite enjoying the new series of Medeka Box. I'm actually finding that quite good, surprisingly. Even though it's recent as fuck. And other than that, I can't really think of anything.
Well, that's your 5 filled up. So.
Yeah, alright, well, I've got nothing else in. I can't think of anything.
I can barely hear you.
Oh, forget my choices. Forget
He has no choices because we can't hear him.
it.
Yep.
I swear, if you listen to this recording, Hunter, you'll barely be able to hear yourself.
I don't know about that. Sometimes when I hear the audio back...
That's better.
No, sometimes when I hear the audio back from when you're complaining when I listen to the podcasts, it is actually occasionally clearer. So, it's an odd thing. It's like the recorder picks up what you don't hear in your speakers sometimes.
Okay. Okay, so now...
Can't wait to hear all the insults you didn't hear.
Hang on, shall I do the drum roll, which is the sound of me flapping, or the drum roll?
No. We're now doing worst anime of the year.
It still deserves a drum roll.
Are you sure, considering how much these series suck?
Well,
Do they deserve a drum roll?
It should be like an
fine,
opposite
it gets the flapping one.
There should be an opposite version of the drum roll.
There you go. That's
Okay, obviously it's the same rule as personal favourite anime, except it's the worst thing we've seen this year. And for me, this kind of counts. It's Guilty Crown.
I knew you were going to fucking say that. I was like thinking in my head, okay, what's Karto going to do? Guilty Crown.
Yep. This series just sucked.
Was it based around disappointment or just suckiness?
Bit of everything. Because, like I said in the review, it's got the animation, kind of. It's got the character designs. It's got the music. It just does not have. It does not have a good story, and by extension of that, the characters suck.
No, you talk about that for a minute. My dog's being, well, a bitch, and he needs to get... So, I'll be back in a second.
Okay. Yeah, you've heard me complain probably countless times about this series.
Oh yeah, you have.
Yeah. It's just... Oh god, I swear, when this series gets released on a dub, I know for a fact people are going to be going, oh, it's the greatest thing ever!
Well, every show kind of has its fanboys and its haters, so...
I know, but I just know that more lovers are going to be more talkative than the haters.
Twilight, for example. Jeez.
Now, there's a bit more... Even though Twilight is a joke, let's face it.
No, but it has its followers and it has people who really hate it. So
Yeah, but you do hear more hate than love.
Yeah. Alright, go.
With Guilty Crown, I swear you're going to hear more people saying, oh, it's the greatest thing ever. And in terms of reviews, it's going to do really well. But, my god, as soon as you stop and think about what on earth you're watching, this series just sucks.
Well, considering the Death Note that has been out for ages, I mean, there's still people who like that, so...
I would actually gladly watch Death Note over Guilty Crown.
Damn, that bad?
Yes.
That means a lot coming from you.
Yeah.
Alright, is there 5 options on this list?
Nah, just one.
Well, I don't know what Nretsew's doing or where he is, but you know...
He's playing with his bitch.
Yeah. No, he's putting his bitch in line. What's the next category?
We're gonna... well, after the worst anime, we're up to the final one, the big one.
You want me to ask what it is, don't you?
Nah, there's no point, 'cause like I said, it's the big one.
Okay.
What the fuck was that?
Nretsew, I'm glad you're back.
Motherfucking bitch.
Podcast
You see, I can call my dog a bitch because she's a dog.
bitch in line, didn't you?
Fuck yeah! Anyway, so we
bitch use bots.
Yeah, okay, right, so we're up to, what's your worst anime?
my worst anime, Queensblade.
Yeah.
I didn't even need to think about that. Just Queensblade. And so I can't play Edge. Other than that, I haven't really watched the anime that's been like, fuck! So, those are like the only two ones that have been like, fuck! This year for me. So, I mean, of course, there's been like bad anime, but those two are the worst.
Yeah.
Everybody.
Okay.
Anyway.
So with that, we are now up to the big one. Otaku Blaze Anime of the Year 2012. This is actually this has been decided by our season reviews. So in other words, the next season review that we do will actually be going towards the 2013 Anime of the Year. So out of all the anime that we've reviewed this year, our Anime of the Year is Another.
Woo!
What is it?
ZZ will be fucking pleased.
Yeah. Another
ZZ
one.
Wild.
Yeah. Another one because it was first of all, we said it was worth a buy. Second, it was one of very few that was reviewed by more than one person. So we had a stronger
Oh shit,
way to
Mysterious
say.
Girlfriend X. I forgot to put that in my personal favourites.
And it got a must-see mark from both people. So that's how it won. Simple as that.
Yeah. Seems about right to me.
How long's this been? How long's it been going on now?
You're going quiet again, but we're going for about an hour.
We've gone past the hour mark, yay!
Yay!
As long as you've gone past the hour mark, I'm okay with ending it.
Yeah, so well, actually that is it. We have done our rewards. We have said our piece. Probably when ZZ gets on the line, I'll ask her what her choices would have been since she missed it. So you'll see those in the video.
It's men and peace on earth and all that jazz. Yeah.
You're really quiet, for God's sake. We're gonna sort that out next time.
End the podcast on the message of world peace and goodwill towards men.
Bullshit, that doesn't sound like blue.
Yeah.
Yeah, right.
Well, anyway.
Bitches.
Anyway, so this has been Karto 1989.
Nretsew.
Rats? That sounds like a disease.
Nretsew. It's Nretsew. Nretsew, yeah, it's Nretsew.
And silent as ever, Halo Hunter.
I'm gonna call them the rats from now on. Sounds terrible.
Tourette's.
For the final Otaku Blaze podcast of 2012, we will see you next year.
And possibly our last one ever if the world ends.
Oh, brother.
It's been a crappy year anyway.
Yes, it has.
Hey!
So, hope you all have a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year to you all.
And a happy 2012. And a happy end of the world. Happy apocalypse, motherfuckers.
Oh, dear God.
It's not gonna happen. Don't worry, it's not gonna happen. There's like
Well,
no
if you
fucking
know,
way.
you are wiser to predict that it's not going to be the end of the world than the end of the world. Because if it doesn't end, you look like a genius. If it does end, nothing matters.
Yeah,
You might as well
exactly.
predict that nothing's going to happen if you're smart.
Exactly, yeah.
If it happens, it happens. If it doesn't, you're an idiot.
Yeah.
Yes.
And hey,
Okay.
at least if it's a zombie apocalypse, there's a chance of survival.